Much of such work can be done by mobilizing the labor of our people and does not require much additional money. It certainly does not require any new technology. All it requires is a political will and social mobilization. Such a program would also create a massive carbon sink in our continent. But that is, as it were, the icing on the cake, and not the main reason why we embark on such a path. The main reason why we have to embark on such a green path of agricultural development is because that's the only way we can sustain a meaningful agricultural sector in the current global environment, and because that's the only means we have to preserve the resource base of our agriculture so that we can then transform it. It also happens to be something that we can do with the resources and technology at our disposal. Given the fact that agriculture is the mainstay of our economies, embarking on a green path of agricultural development will of necessity mean that green development becomes a pillar of our overall goal of economic transformation. That is why we in Ethiopia have embarked on green development in agriculture, including through the reforestation of up to 15 million hectares of degraded land. The second reason why we can and should embark on green development as part of our structural economic transformation is because we are richly endowed with green and renewable sources of energy. We in Africa have enormous untapped resources to generate power from renewable sources. We have huge hydropower and wind power potential. We have significant potential in geothermal energy. And with the greening of our agriculture, we will have enormous potential for modern bioenergy development. As and when the technology develops and becomes competitive with other sources of energy, our abundant solar power resources will come in handy. There cannot be any talk of structural economic transformation without massive increase in the electricity we generate. And if we are to embark on such a massive program, we have to generate electricity from the resource that we have in abundance and whose opportunity cost is close to zero. Obviously, we have hydrocarbons, but we can sell that to those who are addicted. That can only be done if we generate most, if not all, of our electricity from renewable sources. If we generate most or all of our energy from renewable sources, then we will have, by design or by default, embarked on a green path of economic transformation. That is why we in Ethiopia have decided to increase the electricity we generate fivefold in 5 years, and do so from renewable sources only. That is why we plan to promote bioenergy, including second and third generation biofuels, so that by 2025, when we expect to be a middle income country, we will have close to zero net emission of carbon in our economy. The third reason why we have to create a green economy has to do with global technological trends. It's true that the international negotiations on climate change have been stuck in a quagmire and are unlikely to get out of it anytime soon. But this has not stopped those countries and companies that have the foresight and the resources from massive and concerted investment in green technologies. Most people know that carbon-based energy resources are going to be prohibitively expensive, even before they make our planet unlivable. It therefore makes a lot of sense for them to invest in the green technologies of the future, which most certainly, in the technologies of the future, which most certainly are going to be green.